Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. I am Cold Cinema 83, and today it's time for another stream, and it's going to be episode 22 of Celebrate Physical Media. And I'm very excited about it because I'm going to show you and discuss everything about my first haul of 2025, which is very exciting. And yeah, I'm looking forward to it. So sit down, and I hope you will enjoy. And by the way, cheers. All right. So yes, the first stream of physical media in 2025. Celebrate physical media. That is. Um, so yeah, I think it's going to be a very exciting year for physical media. Um, and I hope that we are going to have some really good titles this year as well. From what I read so far, they are announcing some pretty wild things, which is pretty crazy. So, yeah, I think it's going to be an exciting year for physical media. Anyway, so let's just dive right into it. I don't have much, to be honest, because it's only my first haul of the year, of course. Christmas got in the way, so I didn't like purchase a whole lot of stuff. Stuff like that got in the way. Excuse me. And I already showed you my haul of Severin films. I did an unboxing for that. If you're curious, look up that video. It's on the channel right now, which was a lot of fun. So I don't have to showcase those anymore. But I do have some really interesting stuff here. So yeah, let's just dive right in. So you all know how this is going to go. I'm going to talk about the regular Blu-rays first, and then we're going to dive into the limited editions, special editions, all of that, all that good stuff. So, yeah. So I got about 7 regular Blu-rays here, and I'm just going to start it right off with, I bought this one because I love vigilante films. I love the vigilante sort of cop thriller action movie from the 70s and 80s. And I saw this, and I didn't have it yet. I didn't own it yet. So I was like, I have to purchase this and add it to my collection. The first one I picked up is, maybe I better do it this way. The first one I picked up is Walking the Edge. This looks really cool. Of course, it's Robert Foster right there, and Nancy Kwan are starring in it. This is from 1983, so it's the year of my birth, of course. It's 94 minutes long, which is, a pretty good run, I would say. It's directed by Norbert Meisel. I have no idea who that is, by the way. Apparently, he directed Mafia Girls as well, a movie that I have never seen before. So, it is what it is. But yeah, this looks pretty cool. It stars Robert Foster, Nancy Kwan, and also Joe Spinell from Maniac as the villain of the film. So yeah, it's pretty cool. So this is the back of it, of course. There you go. And we have some special features here. So it's a 4K transfer. That's good. Scoring the Edge, an interview with composer Jay Chataway. Okay, that's very cool. And by the way, Jay Chataway also did the score for Maniac, I believe he did. So that's pretty cool. Detective Jurgensen remembers Foster and Spinell. A new interview with French Connection cop Randy Jurgensen. Oh, that's cool. Okay, that's on here. That's cool. That's cool. Breaking Point video essay by Chris O'Neill, a filmmaker, theatrical trailer, all of that stuff, you know. And of course, I have to show you the inside as well. There you go. And it has a booklet as well, which is always nice to have. Let's see. Let's take a look at the booklet here. So there is Robert Foster. Nice photos and, of course, plenty of text there as well. So yeah, a pretty good booklet. Little one, but it's still a booklet. And then, of course, there is reversible artwork, which is, you know, I prefer the original key art, of course, but it's cool. It's cool. So, yeah, that's the first one. Walking the Edge. I'm very excited to watch this because I haven't seen this in like forever. So I can't wait to rewatch it and see if I like it just as much as I did when I was younger. So, yeah, pretty good. So, Walking the Edge. Let me see. Is anyone in the chat already? Let me just say good. Oh, let me just say good evening, everyone, right there. And feel free to leave comments in the chat or leave a reaction or whatever, ask a question, whatever, you know. Feel free to do so. But yeah, Walking the Edge, that's the first one. Now, before I continue with my Blu-rays, I want to show you something else because I never do New Year's resolutions, honestly. I think New Year's resolutions are ridiculous, really. Most of the time, they never come true. But I decided this year I'm going to set myself a New Year resolution and one that is actually doable. So, yeah. My New Year's resolution for 2025 is that every month I want to buy a soundtrack record, basically, a vinyl soundtrack of a movie that I love. And I already started doing that because I picked up my first vinyl this year, which is really cool. And I just wanted to show you that first. So I picked up the soundtrack for Zombie Holocaust. I freaking love this movie. I love this movie. Zombies and cannibals in one film. I mean, what more could you want, of course, from the Italian cinema? And this record is released by Death Waltz, by the way, which I haven't heard from before, but apparently they do a lot of these, so it's pretty cool. This is the back, and it has like an OP here on it as well, which is pretty cool, I think. So yeah, and then let's open this up for a bit. And then, of course, there are two records in here. This is one. Let's see if I can just take it out for a bit right there. It's blue. So that's one. And then there is a second one, which is also blue. And I don't know what the differences are between these two records, to be honest. I just know that both of them are from Zombie Holocaust. So it's going to be very interesting to listen to this. But yeah, so that's record 2. And then, of course, we have like a sort of like a oops. It's There you go. You didn't see that, did you? You didn't see that. No. You didn't see that. It's I don't I don't want to be demonetized. So I mean, let's just pretend that didn't happen, okay? Let me just check if I can show you the other half. Yes, I can. I can show you this one. There you go. Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't want to be demonetized, of course, but yeah, it has this nice sort of flyer, I guess, and there is another part on the back, but I can't show it to you again because it has nudity and very gory images, so I can't show it to you. But yeah, I'm actually very excited to listen to this. I will probably listen to this after I've done this stream because I haven't listened to it yet. But I'm probably going to after this stream. So you know. All right, so let's take this all and put it back in the sort of cover. I hope this works. Let me just try here. Oh boy. Yeah, there we go. Oops. See, I'm already wrecking it. That's a good start. That's a good start, people. All right. So, oops. Yeah, there we go. So, yeah, Zombie Holocaust. Very excited for this one. All right, that's that. All right, let's continue with the Blu-ray, shall we? What's the most important thing, of course. That's the most important thing. So the next one is a Umbrella Entertainment release. Now, as you all know, probably, I'm a huge fan of George Romero. I own a lot of his movies. I have The Crazies. I have Martin, of course, that gorgeous box set from Second Sight. I have the... what is it again? I can't think of the name right now. Shoot, I forgot about that. I don't know. Anyway, but of course, also I have his Living Dead trilogy, or at least two of them. I own Night of the Living Dead, of course, from Criterion Films, actually, which is a gorgeous release. And then I own Dawn of the Dead from Second Sight, the nice box set there. The only thing that was missing was the final chapter of the trilogy, of George Romero's trilogy. And now I've purchased it from Umbrella Entertainment in a beautiful release. Just a regular Blu-ray, but it's fine. Day of the Dead. Day of the Dead. Now, look. I know everybody's, praising Dawn of the Dead to death and stuff, and I understand. I love Dawn of the Dead. I do. I really do. I love Dawn of the Dead. And I know everybody is defending. This is my personal favorite of the Living Dead trilogy. Don't shoot me, okay? Don't shoot me. This is just a preference thing, okay? Just a preference thing. Yeah, this is my favorite part of the trilogy. I love this film. I love this film. It's so depressing and nihilistic and just downbeat. I love it. I love every minute of it. And the cast is great. I mean, Laurie Cardille, oh my God, what a fantastic character and what a fantastic performance. Laurie Cardille just nails this movie. I hope to meet her at a con one day. Hopefully I get to meet her at a con one day. But Laurie Cardille is great. And of course, Joe Pilato as the insane and unhinged Captain Rhodes, of course. This is fantastic. So, yeah. So yeah, my favorite part of the trilogy. This is the back right there, and of course there is Bob, of course, Zombie Bob, and there are some very interesting special features here. Audio commentary with George Romero, Tom Savini, who of course does the special effects for it, Laurie Cardille, and then there is a second audio commentary with Greg Nicotero on it, who of course is now one of the directors for the Walking Dead franchise. So, you know, and of course we all know that the Walking Dead is taking huge inspiration from George Romero's Living Dead trilogy. So, you know, just saying. But yeah, it's pretty cool. Of course, this movie's from 1985, and it's like 100 minutes long, so it's a good runtime. And we have 2 discs, and also there is reversible artwork. But yeah, I'm keen on the, you know, I like the original key art, so I'm gonna keep this. But yeah, there is no booklet or anything, no poster, but there are 2 discs. It's a Blu-ray and a DVD. So yeah, I finally completed the Living Dead trilogy. I already watched this, and the transfer looks great, by the way. The transfer looks great. So yeah, Day of the Dead, George Romero. Great stuff. Let's see. Is there anyone in the chat already? I don't think so. No. Okay. I'm just gonna let me see. Oh, there we go. Oh, we can hide that. Oh, sorry, that was the wrong one. Oh crap. Okay, there we go. So yeah. All right, let's continue on with this, shall we? The next one is from Arrow Video. It's also a regular Blu-ray from Arrow Video, and this is one that I have been looking for quite a while, but it was always very tricky to find it, because either you couldn't find it anywhere, and if you did find it, it was actually pretty expensive. But I managed to find this on eBay, actually, and so I finally got it for a decent price. I picked up Alice Sweet Alice. Now, as we all know, I mean, this is kind of like this is one of those proto-slasher movies, you know? Kind of like the proto-slasher, of course, before we had Halloween and Friday the 13th and all of that. I remember this movie being very good and actually quite scary. So it would be interesting to rewatch this after many, many years. But I'm looking forward to it. So yeah. And of course, you have the disc, and you also have reversible artwork. Let me just show you right here very quickly. There you go. But this is the, of course, this is the original key art again. So, you know. So, of course, I mean, this movie stars the legendary Brooke Shields, of course, who later became very known as, with films like The Blue Lagoon and the most notorious one, Pretty Baby, of course, a movie about child prostitution, basically, that stars Susan Sarandon and Keith Carradine, which is a movie that I deeply love, actually. I love Pretty Baby. I love it. I love what it stands for. I love what it's, I love the message that it's giving to the audience, which is fantastic. But yeah, Brooke Shields I believe it's like one of her first roles in this. she was just like a kid in this. So yeah, looks very intriguing. If you survive this night, nothing will scare you again. Well, that remains to be seen, but yeah. And of course, you have the back right there. So this movie is 107 minutes long. It's from 1976. It's directed by Alfred Sole. I'm not familiar with Alfred Sole's work, actually, apart from this. So yeah, I don't know. I have to look that up. There are some special features here. It's a 2K transfer, which is fine. That's totally fine. That's good enough. Audio commentary with the director. An interview with the director. An interview with actor Niles McMaster, who I believe he plays the father of Brooke Shields' character, I believe. Let's see. Dante Tomaselli, an interview with him. He's the cousin of Alfred Sole, who also talks about the film. Let's see. A tour of the Sweet Alice shooting locations, deleted scenes, theatrical trailers, all of that. So yeah, pretty cool stuff. Alice, Sweet Alice. Now look, is this is this as great as, let's say, Halloween, or maybe even Don't Go in the House? Maybe not, but it's still, I would say it's still worth your time. And if you haven't seen this yet, look it up and watch it. I can't wait to revisit this because I'm curious if I find it as scary as I used to. But so yeah, Alice, Sweet Alice, got that one. All right, let's move on. Now I got 4 titles from 88 films. Very exciting. 4 titles from 88 films. I love 88 films. I love what they do. I love what they stand for. And they are expanding their catalog. So it's really great. They are doing Japanarchy now. Really graphic and explicit Japanese horror films. They do something else, which I'm going to show you in a bit. But of course, they are probably most known for the Italian collection. And I always look to adding to my Italian collection sort of catalog from them. And I finally found this on eBay for a very decent price. So I picked up Beyond the Darkness. This is a movie from Joe D'Amato, who I really love. He did Anthropophagus. He did Absurd, of course. He did, what was it again? 11 Days, 11 Nights. He's like, I talked about this with James on the stream we did for Bruno Mattei, of course. Bruno Mattei and Joe D'Amato, both of them, they are kind of like the kings of the sleaze in the Italian cinema, which is, that's not a bad thing. That's not a bad thing. It's just very, it's not like Lucio Fulci or whatever. It's very, they're the king of sleaze, and that's fine. But I would say, though, that this is actually a pretty great sort of giallo horror thriller kind of film. It's, I believe it's about necrophilia. I believe that's what it's about. It's been a while since I watched this, but I'm very excited to dive back into it. So this is spine number 24. I don't know if you can see that. There you go. Spine number 24. And this movie comes from 1979, of course, directed by Joe D'Amato. It's 94 minutes long, which is, that's a pretty good run. So it stars the gorgeous and amazing Cynthia Monreal, of course, who played the blind woman in The Beyond, which is great. So yeah, soundtrack by Goblin, which is of course fantastic as always. So yeah, so this is the inside, and there is reversible artwork, of course, which is like, I believe it's like, yeah, it's the same, but but yeah, there we go. And then we have a booklet again, The British Censorship of Joe D'Amato. So there you go. And of course there is text and all of that goodness in there from 88 Films. So yeah, there's that. Oh, there we go. All right, so there are some special features. This is a 2K transfer again, which is fine. This one, though, I'm really excited about. Omega Rising, Remembering Joe D'Amato. This is really exciting, and I can't wait to watch this. A 19-minute long documentary about the career of Joe D'Amato, or I should say, Aristide Massachesi. I probably butchered that. But a 90-minute documentary about the career of Joe D'Amato. And you have like Michelle Soavi, George Eastman, people like those talking about the career of Joe D'Amato. That is pretty amazing. And Beyond the Darkness Locations tour, theatrical trailers, all of that. So yeah, this is pretty amazing. 88 Films, you're doing a banger job. This is fantastic. So I found it on eBay. I finally have Beyond the Darkness. All right. Okay, let's see if we have any people in the chat, of course. Let's see. I think I'm good. Let me just check real quickly if it's actually okay. I'm just going to check a bit. Hold on. Let me see if I got any chats in here. No, I'm good. We're still good. Okay. I don't think anyone's here at the moment watching. I'm just going to continue on. Maybe people will turn in later on. It's fine. Don't be ashamed to leave comments, reactions, whatever you want. We're all here to have fun. So if you want to leave a comment or a reaction or whatever, leave it in the chat and we'll address it. So anyway, so that was the first one. Of course, Beyond the Darkness. So the next two are also from 88 Films. They are actually 88 Films is starting a new sort of how do I say it? A new collection, so to speak. That's maybe the best way to describe it. I mean, they have the Italian collection, they have the Asian collection, of course. They have Japanarchy now. They are also starting a French collection. They are going to release French films, which is, I think it's amazing. I think that's really amazing. And I picked up the first two that they have released from this. And the first one is I Am a Nymphomaniac. Look at that cover. That is pretty sexy art right there. That is a pretty sexy cover. And of course, the 18 label right there. So, yeah, I don't know anything about this movie, to be honest. I don't know anything about this movie. But I love French cinema, so I'm welcome to it. I welcome it for sure. I can't wait to watch this. This is a film that's directed by Max Pikas. Max Pikas. I probably butchered that. Max Pikas. And it stars Sandra Julien and Janine Renault. I probably butchered that. So let's see. Can I look it up? This movie is 95 minutes long, and it's from 1971. So yeah, pretty cool. This is the back right there. And let's open this up because there is no booklet here. It doesn't have a booklet. You do have 2 discs right here. And you have reversible artwork, which I'm going to show you in a bit. I hope I can anyway, if it's not like... Yeah, I can show you this. It's fine. So you have reversible artwork, which is pretty cool. So we have that. And then we have 2 discs, and one is a DVD, and the other is a Blu-ray, which is pretty cool. Oh, come on. Oh, God. Okay. Let's not wreck it. Yeah, there we go. Okay, that's fine. So you have a Blu-ray and a DVD. So are there any special features on this? Let's see. I believe this is a 2K scan, which is fine. Oh, yeah, there is actually. Flirting with Genres, an interview with Christophe Bié. Christophe Bié? I have no idea who that is, but he's probably a journalist of French cinema, I would imagine. Which is, it's pretty cool. So can't wait for that. And yeah, really cool release. And by the way, you can't see it probably, but it's Spine. No, you can't see it. It's Spine #1. And of course, it's from the... No, you can't see it. It's from the French collection. So yeah, I Am an Infomaniac, which is a very provocative title. I would say very provocative title. So yeah, pretty cool stuff. I Am an Infomaniac. So there you go. So that's the first one. And the second release from the French collection that they have released is, of course, Spine #2, and that is Knife Under the Throat. Look at that. That is pretty cool artwork right there. That's pretty nice. So this movie is kind of like a French giallo meets Psycho, I believe it is. Something like that. From what I read about it anyway. It has it's a French tribute to the Italian giallo with gory set pieces, plentiful nudity, and red herrings galore. Well, that's what we want. That's all we want, So anyway, this movie is from 1986, and it's 81 minutes long. And it stars Florence Guerin. I probably butchered that again. I'm sorry. But she starred in Lucio Fulci's The Black Cat. So I do know her, actually. I know her work. And this is really cool. The movie stars Brigitte Lahaie. Brigitte Lahaie. What a beautiful woman. Of course, Brigitte Lahaie starting out as a porno actress, then moving into horror cinema and all of that, and eventually becoming a politician, which I think is pretty cool. What an amazing career that is. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Let's see, is there anything else here? Special features. Yes, there is. There is an interview with Brigitte Lahaye. There you go. That's well done, 88 Films. Well done. An interview with Brigitte Lahaye. And then there is... No, I think that was it. Yeah. So, I can't show you the back. I'm sorry. I can't show you the back. And I can't show you the inside as well. Well, maybe like this. Let's just do it like this. There you go. Those are the discs. I have to be very careful because I don't want to be demonetized. But yeah, Knife Under the Throat. That's number 2 of the French collection. I'm very excited for this. I love French cinema, and I can't wait. And I'm very excited to see what they are going to release next with the French collection. So that would be pretty cool. So Knife Under the Throat. There you go. And my last one from 88 Films is one that I definitely had to own. Without further ado, Story of a Cloistered Nun. I love my nunsploitation. I can't go without it. Nunsploitation is awesome, and this is a great film. I really, really love this film. It's really great. This is the back right there, and of course it has a nice. It's a slipcover, and then of course you have the original key art right there. And can I show you the back? Yeah, I think so. I can show it to you very quickly right there. There you go. So that's the back. Of course, this movie is from 1973, and it's 98 minutes long. That's what it was. And this is spine number 86. There you go. So they're working up to 100, which is pretty exciting. They're working up to 100. That's very exciting. So, this movie stars, of course, Eleonora Georgi, Susie Kendall, Catherine Spaak is in this. Martine Brochard is in this as well. What a beautiful woman, Martine Brochard. I just want to say. So yeah, music by Piero Piccioni, I should say, probably. Again, I probably butchered that. And it's written and directed by Domenico Paolella, of course. Yeah, pretty cool. So, yeah, I mean, this is the disc right there, of course. And we have a nice booklet as well. Lots of text as per usual, and some nice photos as well. There you go. So a nice booklet. Let's see. There are some special features, I believe. Yes. There is an audio commentary with Troy Howarth and Eugenio Ercolani. They always give great audio commentaries. A story of an uncloistered Martine. An interview with Martine Brochard. I'm very excited for that. That's really cool. A video essay by Andrea Meroni. I don't know who that is. So yeah. Theatrical trailer, of course, and just the works. So yeah, a very exciting title. 88 Films, you're always knocking it out of the park. and this is a great release. And I did see, I already pre-ordered it. You have some pretty cool titles announced already for this year. So I'm really looking forward to that. So, Story of a Cloistered Nun. All right. So those were my regular Blu-rays. Now let's dive into the real goodness. Not that these aren't good, by the way. They are great. Otherwise I wouldn't have purchased them. But this is like the special stuff. So I'm really excited for this. So the first release I got, my limited edition, the first limited edition, is actually from a company called Film Arena. I have discovered them like last year. I didn't know that Film Arena existed or that they released like movies in like this kind of shape. But I was looking it up and I was like, wow, they have some really cool titles. The only problem is that they are kind of expensive. They actually are pretty expensive to say, I just have to say that. But I'm such a big fan of this movie. I couldn't pass it up. So I was like, what the heck? I just went out and purchased this. So the release I'm talking about is Peter Jackson's King Kong. Now, look at this. This is a fantastic release. This is really beautiful. And as you can see, it's like King Kong is here with, of course, Anne right there. But if you switch it, the other way around, of course, like this, King Kong, it's King Kong protecting Anne from the T-Rexes, of course. I think that's a very cool sort of detail that they do it like this. That's pretty cool. So, yeah, King Kong. I love this movie. I adore this movie. This is like one of my childhood icons. It was 2005. So it's like, I was 21, I should say. I was 21 when I saw this movie for the first time, which is a long time ago. But no, I adore this movie. It came right on the heels of Lord of the Rings, of course, and it's fantastic. I love it. So let's unwrap this. Because there's a lot of stuff in here. So first of all, of course, very nice sturdy box right there. Excuse me. There is a poster. So let's unwrap this, shall we? I have to be careful. I don't want to wreck it. There we go. So, yeah, we have a poster. Oops. There you go. And there is also another poster right there, which I think is pretty cool. So, yeah, a nice poster. Then we have, of course, the steelbook. This is a steelbook. I'm not the biggest fan of I'm not the biggest steelbook fan, to be honest. It's just not really my thing, but this looks really gorgeous. I mean, look at this. This is pretty amazing. And of course, it's the scene with the the airplanes and stuff, really cool. And on the back again is Kong protecting Anne from the T-Rexes right there. And let's open this up. So you have 3 discs in this. You have your 4K, then you have a Blu-ray, and there is a bonus disc with special features. So we have that. And then we have some art cards. There are art cards. Naomi Watts as Anne, of course. I mean, Naomi Watts is incredible in this film. Oh my God, is she good? Naomi Watts is brilliant, absolutely brilliant. So, yeah. Here we have the cast with Peter Jackson. Let's see. Another picture of course, the T-Rex scene. Then we have Kong and Anne watching the. Of course, this is them watching the sunrise together on top of the Empire State Building. And speaking of the Empire State Building, this is, of course, the famous airplane scene right there, climax of the film. So, yeah, we have that. So, some nice art cards. Let's get those back in there. And then, not to be outdone, they have this really great book. There you go. With, let's see. And these are basically the production notes of the film, going into detail about the making of the film, of course. And there are some photos in here as well. There you go. A really nice booklet as well. So, yeah, let me just, oh, there we go. That's it. Yeah, so. All right. So, King Kong. I mean, I love this film. I already rewatched it. It looks incredible. And yeah, I'm really happy to own this now. Really happy to own this. So, King Kong. That's the first one. All right, moving on. I have one from 88 Films. And it's a Umberto Lenzi film. And believe it or not, it's an Umberto Lenzi film that I have never seen. But I love Umberto Lenzi, so I was like, I can't go wrong here. I have to pick it up. Of course, I'm talking about Eyeball. This looks pretty dope. I mean, look at this. Like, this looks pretty dope, I would say. So yeah, Eyeball from Umberto Lenzi. This is the back, of course. I mean, just look at this. Look, I mean, what a gorgeous release. I mean, this is spine number 45, of course, and it's from 1975. So this movie is, let me just check. This movie is 92 minutes long. It stars Martine Brochard. There she is again. John Richardson. Let's see. Is there anyone else that I recognize? No, I don't think so. Of course, directed by Umberto Lenzi. Music soundtrack by Bruno Nicolai. Awesome. Yeah, pretty cool. So let's take this out of the box. So again, there is a poster. Let me just unwrap this. Come on, there you go. Oh, this is a pretty big one, actually. It's a pretty big one. So, all right, here we have the poster. And on this side, we have the original key art, of course, which is pretty cool. So, yeah, we have a poster. Then we have, of course, the Blu-ray, of course, and the 4K right here. Can I show you this? Yeah, I can show you this. This is the back. There are, of course, the discs. Ooh, there you go. So we have 2 discs, the 4K and the Blu-ray, of course. Then we have art cards, which is always nice. Let me just take this out. Here we go. All right, let's see what we have here. These are really nice. There you go. Oh, there we go. Yeah, there we go. I assume that is the killer right there. I assume anyway. I mean, he looks like a walking condom. It's like, what the hell? But you know, I'm sure it has a purpose. There we go. These are really nice art cards, by the way. Really nice art cards. So there you go. And one more. There's that. So yeah, some really nice art cards. And then, of course, as per usual, we have a nice, big, and thick booklet or book. A stabbing nightmare becomes a living terror. That says it all. So yeah, a very nice booklet again with cast and a crew. And of course, you know, all kinds of photos and text. Lots of text, of course. And of course, there are some stills and stuff. Yeek. So yeah, a really nice booklet again. And an interview with Umberto Lenzi in this. So yeah, there are some special features, I believe. Let's see. It's a 4K transfer, of course. Awesome. Let's see. Audio commentary with Troy Howarth and Nathaniel Thompson and Eugenio Ercolani. Of course, there they are. Awesome. Audio commentary with Kim Newman. That's awesome. Wait a minute. I have comments here. Oh, we have one here. I have a comment from Mac Pro Tips. What's your favorite booklet that you have? Wow, that's a difficult one. That's a really difficult one. Wow, that's a really tricky one. You know what? It's probably I have the box sets with spaghetti westerns from Arrow Video, and there is one box set which has the Four of the Apocalypse in it, a Lucio Fulci film, and Lucio Fulci is in like in my top 5 of favorite directors. And the booklet in that box set is really great. So I would probably have to say that one. But I have to be honest, I also really love the booklets that they have with the indicator sets, especially when it comes to the Jean Rollin films, which, by the way, I will mention in a bit. But I really love the booklets that they do as well. So those are some of my favorites. I hope that's a good answer, Mac Pro Tips. So yeah, again, audio commentary with Kim Newman. That's awesome on here. Let's see. An Eye for Murder, an interview with Martin Brochard, an interview with Umberto Lenzi, theatrical trailers, all of that. You know, it's pretty cool. And Mac Pro Tips says, nice, thanks for the answer. Well, you're welcome. You're welcome. I hope I answered that as, as best as you would expect. So, but yeah, I mean, Eyeball, this is a fantastic release. And I can't wait to watch this one, because again, it's one of those films of Umberto Lenzi that I just have never seen before. So yeah, very excited about that. Pretty cool. And again, 88 films, you knocked it out of the park. So yeah, Eyeball from Umberto Lenzi. All right, let's move on. And you know what? While we are on the topic, let's continue with Jean Rollin, shall we? I adore Jean Rollin. I love Jean Rollin. I think he's a fantastic director who sadly isn't with us anymore, but I love his films. And Indicator has started releasing them over the previous 2 years, I believe. And they keep coming. And I believe they have released most of them. There are still some left, so I keep my fingers crossed for you, Indicator Films. I need all of them. So, excuse me. Yeah, I picked up 2 Jean Rollin films. Actually, I picked up the 2 most recent ones. And I can't wait to dive into these films, because I'm sure they're fantastic. Let's just do it like this. Look at this. This is pretty cool. So I picked up Requiem for a Vampire. And I picked up The Escapees. I don't know if you can read that. How do I make it work? There we go. The Escapees, right there. So, yeah, these are 2 fantastic releases. This one is Spine number 403. You probably can't read that. No. 403. And this one is 412 right there. So, yeah, it's pretty cool. Let's start with this one, Requiem for a Vampire. So, as usual, of course, again, nice strong box. And then, of course, we have the original key art. I should probably move over here. Of course, the original key art right there. And the back right there. Can one be a virgin and a vampire in the cursed crypt? That's an interesting question. That's a very interesting question, which I'm sure I will get the answer to. So, yeah, of course, you have your disc right there, and there are some photos here. And I don't think I can show you this, the picture behind the disc here. Nope. Okay. Excuse me. I can't show you that. Of course, we also get, again, what I was talking about. We get a nice, really thick book. And just the detail in these books are fantastic. So much stuff about Jean Rollin, which is really incredible. I love reading these booklets. I'm such a big fan of Jean Rollin. These are fantastic. You have interviews with Jean Rollin himself, of course. Just really great stuff. So a nice booklet. Again. All right. So there are like tons of special features here. First of all, this movie is from 1972 and it's 87 minutes long. You know, most Jean Rollin films are like about 90 minutes long, which is a perfect runtime for his kind of work. But yeah, 4K restoration. Let's see. There are so many special features on here. I can't read them all, but there are like interviews and audio commentaries and essays and all of that, theatrical trailers, all of that stuff. So yeah, pretty cool. Pretty cool, actually. So yeah, Requiem for a Vampire. I can't wait to check this out, actually. And it's like two young virgins offered to monsters in the Chateau of Orgies. What more do you want? So again, Requiem for a Vampire. Really cool stuff. So that's the first one. And then the second one is, of course, The Escapees. Now, this is a very interesting film because, most of Jean Rollin's body of work is like gothic, supernatural, erotic vampire films, or, in that vein, some zombie films as well and stuff. This has no supernatural elements in it at all. At least I don't think so. I haven't seen it in a while, but I believe this is his most grounded movie that he has made. So this would be very interesting to watch. But yeah, the Escapees. Somewhere there is a place for them. I hope so. I hope there is. So yeah, again, nice strong box. Life. Oh, there we go. Life is a desert. All the rest a mirage. That's a very cool quote. Very interesting. So this movie is from 1981, and this is very interesting. There are two cuts of the film. One is 107 minutes long, and the other is 106 minutes long. That's pretty, wow. Okay, that's interesting. All right. Again, directed by Jean Rollin, of course. This is the inside, of course. Mac Pro Tips says, "Great stream. I subscribed." Well, thank you, Mac Pro Tips. That's great. Thank you very much. That means a lot. If you are interested, I do this thing called the Cult Cinema Podcast. I do it like as much as I can, and we pick two movies from one director, and I have a discussion with another YouTuber. So if you are interested, you can check those out on my channel as well. We did about 11 episodes so far, which is really great, and we have more upcoming in the future. So if you are interested in that, please watch my episodes of the Cult Cinema Podcast. But thank you for subscribing to the channel. That really means a lot. Thank you very much. And great to hear that you are enjoying this stream. So that's great. So can I show you the inside of this? Let me just check. Oh, this is really in there. Wow. Yeah, I can, but it doesn't show you a lot right there. So yeah, I can show that. That's fine. And of course, again, a really great, just these books are so awesome, man. I mean, and of course, Jean Rollin right there. So at least I believe it's Jean Rollin. I believe it is, which I'm sure it is. So yeah, again, really interesting book with essays and photos and all of that. Of course, lots of interviews as well. Really great stuff. So, great book. Again, we have lots of special features here. I can't read through all of them, but let's see. Interviews, of course, audio commentaries again. This is a very nice one, though. This is a great one. A Secret Room from 2024. This is 35 minutes long. An interview with Stephen Thrower about this film, about The Escapees. I love Stephen Thrower. He always has such insight into, the kind of movies that I like, the Italian cinema, this stuff, he always is like so great with, all of the commentaries that he's giving and the interviews and all of that. But there is a 35-minute interview with Stephen Thrower about The Escapees on this one. So I can't wait to watch that. That is amazing. 4K transfer, which is great. So yeah, The Escapees, right there. This is great stuff. Really great stuff. I love Jean Rollin and Indicator Films or Powerhouse. Please keep it up because I need all of them. All right, I need all of Jean Rollin's films. But yeah, the Escapees, pretty cool. So there's that. All right, let's move on. I have one from Treasured Films, and I really like Treasured Films. I mean, they do a lot of really interesting releases. They released The Last Hunter, a Italian Vietnam film, which I love. They did a Exorcist ripoff kind of film in Mausoleum, of course, which is a lot of fun actually. They are about to release Satan's Blood, a Spanish sort of gothic horror film, I believe. And they have also released this one. And I'm very excited for it. I can't wait to rewatch this. It's Dawn of the Mummy. I love here's the thing. As much as I love George Romero and his sort of apocalyptic zombie trilogy, I don't like the other sequels, but the trilogy. As much as I love those, I am and have also always been partial to the European sort of zombie movies. Zombie 2 from Lucio Fulci, Burial Ground, Zombie Holocaust. I love the European zombie films. They're like my cup of tea. And so this is like right up my alley. Dawn of the Mummy. This is really cool. Of course, directed by Frank Agrema, of course. So this is the back. I mean, look at that. That is pretty cool artwork right there. So yeah, and of course the front, of course, as well. So yeah, again, very strong box. Then we have, of course, this is the original key art, which is really cool. And we have, of course, a disc. And of course, there is the reversible artwork. Let me just show you that. I don't want to wreck it. There you go. It lives, it kills, right there. That's pretty cool. So yeah, there is reversible artwork. Let's see, what shall I do first? Let's do these first. We have, is this? Yeah, we have art cards again. So let's just unwrap these. These are really good quality as well. I mean, look at this. This is pretty cool right here. So we have that. This is a nice one. Oh, there is, oh, wait a minute. There is also artwork on the reverse right there. Wow, Treasure Films. You have really outdone yourselves. This is great. This is great. I mean, look at this. This is pretty cool. So you have reversible artwork on all of these. That's pretty cool right there. Wow, really amazing. Yep. Ooh, I like this one. There you go. And I like this one even better. There you go. And then there is one more. And we have the, there you go. So some really nice art cards there. All right. Then we have, let's see. Oh, this is something else. All right. Then we have this little thing. So these are like Egyptian markings, you know, which I can't read because I don't understand a word of Egyptian. But the translation is on the back. So that's pretty cool. Like, wow, you've really went above and beyond Treasure Films. That is pretty cool. Excuse me. And again, there is this great booklet as well. Pretty cool. I mean, look at this. I mean, that's like it's coming right out of a Lucio Fulci film right there. You know, reminds me of The Beyond. But of course, lots of text again, and photos and all of that. You know, the usual. But it's really amazing. So yeah, there it is. That's a booklet. And then, of course, we have like lots of special features. Again, directed by Frank Agrama. It's 92 minutes long. That's not too bad. I believe this film is from, where is it from? 1981. That's what it was, 1981. So let's see, what kind of special features do we have here? It's a 2K transfer, which is fine. Audio commentary with Kim Newman, very important. Kim Newman, very cool. An interview with the cinematographer. A video, again, there he is again. An interview with Stephen Thrower on the history of the Mummy cinema. Very, very cool. That's very cool. I can't wait to watch that. That's amazing. A video essay on mummy movies of the 80s by Daryl Buxton. I don't know who that is, but I'm sure it's going to be interesting. A video essay on Frank Agrama by Eugenio Ercolani. There he is again. So yeah, it's pretty cool. Pretty cool, actually. Really cool, I would say. So yeah, Dawn of the Mummy. That's a pretty cool release. You've really outdone yourselves, Treasured Films. That's amazing. So yeah, and that goes back on there. So yeah, really cool release right there. All right, I have three left. Okay, so I have two from Arrow Video. And the first one is a release which I really contemplated even getting, because here's the thing: as much as I love Vietnam films, The Last Hunter, Apocalypse Now, all of that, I do love my Vietnam films. However, I'm not the biggest fan of World War II movies. I am a fan. I do love Force 10 from Navarone, actually, because it's more of like a adventure film almost. It doesn't take itself too seriously, really. But I'm not a really big fan on World War II movies. This is kind of an exception, though, because I really do enjoy this film. So, I thought about it hard, and ultimately I decided to pick it up. I'm talking about The Great Escape. This is a pretty great film, actually. This is actually a pretty good film, really good. So, of course, this film is from 1963. It's directed by, let me see, who is it again? It's directed by John Sturges, of course. And it has just a stellar cast. I mean, a stellar cast. I mean, listen to this: like Steve McQueen, Richard Attenborough, Charles Bronson, Donald Pleasence, James Coburn. I mean, what a star cast. I mean, that is pretty amazing, actually. That's pretty amazing. So, yeah. But again, a very nice release. So let's just take this out for now. I'm not gonna, it's again very strong. So what do we have in here? First of all, there is a poster, of course. Let's unwrap that for a bit, shall we? So that's pretty cool. Of course, this is the original key art. The Great Adventure, The Great Entertainment. So that's pretty cool. And then, of course, we have the Arrow one. But yeah, that's pretty cool, actually, I would say. So let's put that back in. Then, of course, you have your discs right here. This is the original key art again. So there are two cuts of this film, I believe. There is a cut that is 172 minutes long, and there is a cut that is 187 minutes long. That is some runtime. For most people today, for the younger audiences, those runtimes would be far too long, because new movie audiences and young people and stuff, they tend to get bored very easily. So it is what it is. But I don't mind. I think it's pretty great. So, and of course, it's from 1963. I already said that, I believe. Yeah. So, of course, you have your discs. So you have 3 discs in here. 3 discs there. And let's see, is there anything different here? All right, so disc 1 is the movie, of course. Disc 1 is the movie. Disc 2 is bonus features. and disc 3 has The Great Escape 2, The Untold Story on it. So we have the sequel to The Great Escape. Wow, that's pretty great. That's pretty great. I mean, I hear the movie is not that amazing, but I will check it out. I will check it out for sure. So, yeah, that's pretty great, actually. Wow. Wow, pretty cool. And then, of course, again, we have a booklet. Oh, can I even show this? Can I even show this? I don't know. I'm not going to try to, translate that. Again, I don't want to be demonetized. There is the cast. Again, what a stellar cast. Stellar cast, man. That's fantastic. So yeah, this almost reads like a sort of like a war log, a war times log, which is pretty great, actually. Yeah, pretty great. And of course, about the restoration and stuff. There you go. So really great book again. So let's see. Are there special features here? Let me just check. Yeah, there are so many. I can't name them all, but it's it's kind of like the usual audio commentaries. A 4-part documentary about the making of the film, theatrical trailers. All of that. So yeah. So yeah, The Great Escape. Yeah, I really contemplated getting this, but I do remember that this is actually a really great film. So I decided to just go for it and pick it up, even though I'm not the biggest fan of World War II movies. So but I thought, what the heck, why not? So The Great Escape from Arrow Video, right there. All right. The next one is also from Arrow Video. And this is a movie that I'm actually very, very excited about. It's a movie that's directed by Kim Ji-woon, which is I have to say it right, a Korean director who also made A Bittersweet Life, a Asian gangster film directed by Kim Ji-woon that was released by Second Sight. And oh my God, that movie was amazing. What a fantastic, Asian gangster movie. Rough, brutal, nihilistic. I loved it. I thought it was really great. So let's see. Do we have? Oh, let's not do it like that. We can see. My buddy Jerry's here. Hey, Jerry, how are you? Thank you for dropping in. That means a lot. So let's see. Jerry is saying, "Hey, brother, happy to see you. Happy to see you. Love as always. A few days ago, I thought it's about time for you to do another physical media live stream. Yeah, it was actually. It was. It really was. But again, Christmas got in the way. New Year's Eve, of course. Some other stuff as well, which I won't bore you with. Yeah, some stuff got in the way. But it's the new year, so it's about time we did one of these again. But thank you for dropping in. That means a lot. That always means a lot. So yeah. What was I saying again? Oh yeah, Kim Ji-woon. So A Bittersweet Life was released by Second Sight, and that was a awesome gangster movie from Asia. Kim Ji-woon also directed this movie that I got from Arrow Video. And you can really tell that he was influenced by spaghetti westerns for this one. I'm very excited to check this one out. The Good, the Bad, the Weird. That's a pretty good title, right? I mean, we all know what that means, right? It's basically it's a riff on the good, the bad, and the ugly. But that's a pretty cool title: The Good, the Bad, the Weird. And look at that cover art; that's pretty great. So yeah, but it's, by the way, but it's a slipcover, but it's like the same. It doesn't really matter that much. So yeah, again, there's the cover art. This looks, I mean, look at this. This looks dope as hell, man. Look at that. Wow, that's pretty great. So let's open this up right here. So, all right, what do we have here? Let's see. First of all, of course, again, we have a poster. Let's unfold that one for a bit. Let's see. Excuse me. This is, of course, the Arrow Video one. And this is the original Asian one. That's pretty cool. So, yeah, a nice poster. There we go. Then we have, of course, a booklet again, which is very nice. And let's see. Ooh, that looks very good. That looks very nice. I mean, look at that. That is clearly from a spaghetti western. And of course, lots of essays about the film. So we have a booklet in there. And then, of course, we have the disc with the original key art right here. And we have, let's see. Oh, there is lots of stuff in here. Okay. So we have the discs, of course. There are the discs. Oops. There we go. So we have 2 discs here. I think it's a Blu-ray and another Blu-ray. Okay, that's good. Okay. Oh yeah, the first one is the movie and the second one is bonus features, of course, as per usual. Then there are some art cards here, which is pretty cool, because these are like sort of like character flyers, maybe. I mean, I think they are like the characters from the film, actually, which is pretty cool. Yeah, pretty cool. So we have that. And by the way, I already pre-ordered these. But look at that. Arrow Video is releasing the Dollars trilogy from Sergio Leone. That is pretty dope. That is so dope. I was reading that and I was like, you got the rights for that? That's amazing. That's really amazing, man. Wow. But yeah, the Dollars trilogy is coming from Arrow Video. And I already pre-ordered all 3 of them. So that's pretty cool. So yeah, there's that. And then, of course, we have like tons of special features again. There are 2 cuts of the film. One is 130 minutes long, and the other one is 135 minutes long. Let's see. This movie is from 2008, I believe it is. 2008. So let's see. Special features. Yeah, there are so many. I can't read all of them, but there is an audio commentary with the director and stuff, and well, the usual stuff. I can't read all of it, but yeah, this looks pretty. This looks pretty amazing. Actually, it looks like this is going to be pretty dope. So yeah, the good, the bad, the weird. I can't wait to dive into this bad boy right here. So, yeah. All right, so that's that. All right, I only have one left. I can't believe it, but I only have one left. One title. Or should I say two? Maybe it's two. I do have like one box set left. All right, so okay. So this release comes from Arrow Academy. Now, Arrow Academy obviously doesn't exist anymore. It's basically outrun by Arrow Video, Arrow Films, whatever. The reason I got this box set is because a fellow YouTuber of mine recommended that I got into film noir. I was recommended by someone to really dive into film noir because he thought that it would be a genre that I would deeply love. And it turns out he was right. So over the last couple of months, I have really started researching and diving into film noir. And it's been an amazing journey, and it's a journey that continues to go. Because I have a book now which I read upon about film noir. Everything about film noir is in that book, so that's great. And I'm continuing to watch, as much film noir movies as I possibly can. So I found this on eBay, a double bill of film noir classics, and I couldn't pass this up. I couldn't pass this up because this looks amazing. So my final piece of physical media for this month, at least the first haul of the year, is Tales from the Urban Jungle. Look at this box set. This is fantastic. So let's open this up. All right. So there are two films in here, two film noirs in here. So we have Brute Force, which is a film that is from, let me just look it up. Can I find it? I hope so. I don't think so. Anyway, this movie is 98 minutes long. It's directed by Jules Dassin. It stars Burt Lancaster, which is pretty amazing. So, yeah, we have that one, Brute Force. And then we have The Naked City as well, which is, let me just see, this one is from 1948, and it's 96 minutes long. And this is also directed by Jules Dassin. And this stars Howard Duff, Dorothy Hart, Don Taylor, just all of those familiar names that you would read upon and see in film noir, which is pretty great. So, is there a date on this one? Let me just look again. I don't think so. No, there isn't. Okay, well, maybe in the booklet. Maybe in the booklet. But anyway, so we have these two films right here. So Brute, let's do this one first. So Brute Force, with, of course, you have the disc and the reversible artwork. And there, of course, you have special features here. It's a 4K transfer, which is pretty cool. Let's see. We have audio commentaries. Let's see. An in-depth look at Burt Lancaster's early career, which is pretty great. Theatrical trailer, stuff like that. Then of course we have The Naked City. Where we also have special features. Again, 4K transfer. Let's see. A 52-minute interview with Bruce Goldstein, in which the director discusses his career. That's very great. That's very cool. Let's see. Audio commentaries again, theatrical trailers, all of that stuff. It's the works, which is pretty cool. So yeah, The Naked City, of course, there you have it. And then, of course, there is this great booklet, which, it looks like a newspaper. Do you see that right there? It looks like a newspaper. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool right there. So, yeah, just a booklet, going in depth in these two movies, of course. All the information that you need about these films. And also some pictures there. There you go. And there you go. So a really great booklet, again, so that I can read up on film noir and learn as well, because you got to live and learn. No, that's it. I can't sing, so But I mean, this is a great box set. I mean, look at this. This is pretty dope, actually. This is pretty rad right there. So yeah, Tales of the Urban Jungle. I'm really happy to own this box set. I had to find it on eBay, of course, because it's like sold out everywhere. But I did find it. So yeah, I can't wait to continue my my dive into film noir and learn and really come to appreciate the genre itself. I'm working hard on that, so it is. This is pretty great. So yeah, Tales from the Urban Jungle, again. Great release from the no longer existing Arrow Academy. Pretty great. And I believe Ella Raines is in one of these films as well, which is pretty cool. I love Ella Raines. So yeah. So yeah, again, Tales from the Urban Jungle. And that is it. That is everything I got over the last month and a half, I believe. That is everything I got from hauls and stuff and all of that over the last month and a half. And of course, I already showed you what I got from Severin Films, which is a separate video. So please check that out as well. But yeah, that was it. That was my haul for the first part of 2025. So with that down, I'm just gonna close off the stream because my voice is starting to hurt a little bit because I've been talking for an hour and 40 minutes. So with everything done, I'm just gonna say thank you all for watching. Of course, I will be back with more videos as soon as possible. I have a lot of really great stuff planned. It's just a matter of really fitting it into my schedule and all of that. I have different shifts right now, so it takes some shenanigan, but but I'll work it out. I'll figure it out. So more videos and more content is coming, I promise you. once again, thank you for being here. Thank you, Mac Pro Tips, for subscribing to my channel again and leaving the comments that you did. I always appreciate that. Thank you, Jerry, for being here, even though it was only for a short while. But it's always great to have you. So there you go. And to everyone who was just watching or listening without, leaving comments or whatever, I will always say the same thing. Again, thank you all for watching. I'll be back with more videos as soon as possible, of course. Stay safe and healthy as always. Have a good weekend. And I will see you guys and talk to you guys very, very soon. So, bye. Bye, everyone.